What kind, what type of oath, what money was presented? Why? 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 A lot of us have asked this question, and we will continue to ask this question until we get answers. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to listen. I want you to watch. I want you to be the judge of it. I want you to confirm what we've been saying all this while. The conspiracy of wickedness, the conspiracy of evil. The nurse appeared and she said some things that shocked a lot of people. In fact, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. They all had an agreement, a kind of secrecy. It is called oath. They all had an agreement. This is what we are going to do. This is how we will be manipulating the public. The lies, if not that Mohbad's body was exhumed, I don't think we will be where we are today. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm not going to waste your time on this one because we are going to eat this one. We are going to hit it raw. The conspiracy of Omowumo, Cynthia Adebanjo, conspiracy to cover up, conspiracy to hide, conspiracy to give false narrative about what happened to Mohbad. How can the hospital say this dude that was brought to us was not alive? And they said, no, he was alive. He was actually alive. It was after 20 minutes in the hospital that he passed. Simply put, he passed away in the hands of the hospital. Maybe that hospital is not qualified. He didn't do the right thing. Or what was she trying to insinuate? Well, for a while, we've been kind of in the dark about some major facts. But today, the nurse, she has realized that the rope of the hangman is on her neck, of course, alongside Spending. So as Spending is out there crying, wolf, 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 screaming, saying, help me, the nurse has decided to become very open. Yes, she is open, and she has decided to let us into what happened and how it all happened. She is not interested in money. She's not interested in the sharing formula. She's not interested in how they can take her mother and herself out of one bedroom into maybe a 2-bedroom apartment or money and all of that. She's not ready to be the fall woman. She's not ready to be the one to carry the cross, the load of the demise of Mohbad. She's not interested in any oath. In fact, anything that wants to unalive anybody should unalive anybody. She is not ready for that anymore. Without wasting your time, let's get right into it. Like and share, tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell.
Now, Nurse Feyisayo was present at the court today. Spending was present. Prime Boy was present. Who else was present? Okay, those are the people that were present. And Nurse Feyisayo was called to the box by the lawyers.
She was the first one.
She was the only one that was questioned today.
Okay.
And I myself too, I had the privilege to ask Nurse Feyisayo, what is her name? Ogedengbe, Nurse Ogedengbe. Question 2. I asked her 2 questions. So let's go back to how it all started. They gave her a statement which she wrote, and they asked her, are you aware of this that you wrote? She said yes. Are those your statement? She said yes. Okay, good. Now, question of the day. She wanted to start narrating her story, how she was called, blah, blah, blah. She wanted to see her own story that on Monday when somebody's Spending sent me a text message. So when she was about to narrate her story, one of the lawyers stood up that no, they have heard that story, that they should. So there was this back and forth. They didn't allow her to narrate her story. And that was a pain to me because they should have allowed her to narrate whatever story she wants to narrate. Maybe what she's going to say today is going to contradict what she might have written down. Do you understand? And I will say something. I think these people listen. If we're analyzing now, maybe we should be holding some words back. Because I think these people listen to us, those lawyers listen to us, because they quickly interject her from speaking. And I believe that if she had spoken this, that, some of her words might contradict what she had written down as the statement, which can be called to questioning. But that was stopped. Okay, anyway, that was stopped.
By who? By the magistrate or by Kabiru?
Not by the magistrate, by some counsel. Yeah.
Is it by Kabiru or by whose counsel?
Kabiru number one. Kabiru stopped it.
Kabiru stopped it?
Yes. They did.
Kabiru. Yeah.
So they stopped it, and one other lawyer stopped it.
And what was, when they stopped it, what did she to say? Ah, shit.
The painful part was like,
when they stopped her, when Kabiru stopped her, what did she to say?
She too told the kind of like let her speak. She too was the one that actually wanted her to say a story. And she too was pushing for every other people that came here. Aside they writing down their statements, they have actually said their story. Why are you stopping this woman from not saying her story? Do you get? Why are you stopping this woman from not saying her story? So it was a back and forth. It was a rowdy session. Do you understand? It was a rowdy session, and the magistrate had to like, okay, and this let us just cross-examine her. But it would have been a banger if she was allowed to state her story. It's going to start from her timing, when she was called, how she was texted, how she got there, and all that.
Okay, continue.
So when that was stopped, So when she now asked the question, when you got there, what did you see? And she said, who sent, the question was like, who sent you, who called you? And said, literally, Spending chatted her. And she was not around then, so she chatted her that, come and treat my friend. Spending did not, in a statement, indicate it was Mohbad he is coming to treat. Spending only said, come and treat my friend that had injury, conversation she had with Spending. And thereafter, DJ Bami called her. DJ Bami was the one that gave her the description, the address, and how she got there. And when she got there, she said she saw Mohbad sitting down. Was it sitting down? He said it was lying down. Yeah, let me say, either sitting or lying down. He was in his room. In his room. So they now moved Bami and one other Bami now helped Mohbad. They moved Mohbad to another room. But she made mention of something. She said when she got there in that room, she saw them mopping water before she started administering anything. You get? One mop Wunmi. So they now asked.
The first time she got there.
When she got there, before she started doing anything at all.
Okay.
When she started doing anything at all, she saw water on the floor. See, Bami lo mop we. One mop Wunmi alone. Now.
Jomini abeje.
Omi lo so. Omi lo so. She saw water on the floor. Whatever. Maybe they have washed you. I don't know. But she saw water. They were mopping water. Maybe we don't know. But she saw water. Now, she said when she administered the first injection, the second one, Mohbad threw up. OB. She went to this first, second, third one. When she was about to administer the third one, that he vomited. So the nurse and the wife, one mulosi bedroom. They took him to the bedroom to where. Can you guys hear me? Because my network is slow. You get?
We can hear you. We can hear you. You're slow, but we can hear you.
Okay. They took him to the toilet. He vomited. So when they brought him back, she noticed that he had goosebumps all over his body, and she knew that this was a reaction. And she said, she now told the wife that this is goosebumps all over. But and the wife said that anytime that he took injection, that he always reacts to injection. And she told the wife that when you knew that he's always reacting to injection, why didn't you tell me? So she and Bami went out, were looking for a pharmacy, and what they were looking for is actually a drug, an injection that would subsidize the reaction. So they went to the first hospital. She did not see. They went to the second. He said when they got to the second hospital, I think Bami had been calling back and forth, and they told Bami on the phone that he is convulsing, and he was like, shocked, convulsing. So by the time they got back, she saw from a distance how they were carrying him inside the van, inside the car. So a lawyer asked that, when he saw him, was he alive or he was dead? How did they carry him? Or did they carry him like somebody that is about to die? So she could not actually answer that. She was fluctuating. And the truth is this, the nurse was actually panicking. At a point, she would get her courage. At a point, she would lose it. You get? So she was not stable. She was not stable. But when they now took her, she said she and Wunmi were sitting at the front of the car. And they said, while they were taking him to the hospital, did you look back to know if he was alive or dead? She said she did not look back because she was not herself, that she was in shock. She was in shock. And while they got to the hospital, they said, you want to ask me something?
No. Go ahead. I'm not asking any question.
While they got to the hospital, she said he was confirmed dead. And the doctor asked that, what did you do? What did you give him? And she stated this. Now, let's go back. The nurse made mention of something, that she was not the one, because they were trying to emphasize who poured water on Mohbad. Because, they were kind of like trying to ask her that, do you know if somebody is going through this, if they pour him or her water, the temperature might rise or might react to something else, or it might lead to something. Because categorically, she is not too learned. What do you expect from a quack nurse, an auxiliary nurse that only had ND, and she said she did nursing for 3 years. And after that, she did her auxiliary for 3 years, and after that, she was working at one hospital at Nakuti, blah, blah, blah. You get? So, she made it back to us that she was not the one that poured Mohbad water. And all through the while that she was there, that Wunmi was there, contrary to what she was saying, that she was cooking, she was not there when she administered the drug. She made mention, and I quote, she was there. She was the one. She actually literally removed herself from that. She said she did not even pour water at all. She did not pour water. It was Wunmi that poured water, and she still reversed that. Even when she got there, she had already saw them mopping water. And do you understand? So, she now saying that she did not know anything about the water, that when she left that room, Mohbad was alive. Now, the question they asked her again, when you left, does it look like he was going to die? Or he said, no, that Mohbad was just sitting down when she and DJ Bami rushed to get to the pharmacy, and they went to about 2 pharmacies. Now, another question which is, she made mention of Bami countless times, because Bami is in the whole scenario. Bami was the one who called. When she got there, it were 4 in the room. 4 of them in the room. Mohbad, Wunmi, Bami, and the nurse. Adura was even totally out of the picture. Adura was totally out of that picture. And when they asked that, did you even see Adura? She said she saw Adura when they got to the hospital. Yes, I'm with you.
Please, Supreme, maximize the kini. Okay. All right. Continue, Sammy Jojo. I know what she want me to do.
Okay. Now, General said she, Bigibame, Mohbad, and Wunmi were the only one in that room. And she said something that when she even entered the house, she saw baby Liam downstairs. Somebody was carrying him. So, Bobo story, I was cooking, I was making rice, I was doing birthday preparation, was out of it. Now, Mr. Kabiru said something that almost threw the court into rowdy section, that she is saying this based on what the public had cooked her to say.
Okay, sir. I want to appreciate you for the wonderful works you're doing. And here we are. We want to make questions available to you. Well, there has been concern of the media coverage at the inquest. Don't you think live media coverage of the inquest would give it more awareness and transparency, sir?
Well, there is the question of awareness and transparency, which is crucial. But more importantly is the need to report what is happening here accurately and correctly. You know, in any court proceedings, there is a room for reportage. But the bigger question, the bigger concern is that you must report correctly and accurately. So today's proceeding, for example, we want to report it, get what the lady actually said. She has made a statement on oath, a written statement. Don't add to it, don't subtract to that statement. And the questions she gave, the answers she gave in response to questions, make sure you stick to those answers. Don't enlarge, don't add, don't subtract. So nobody is saying that the press cannot cover what is going on. But you have to cover that accurately. You know, the coroner cannot talk to the press. So if you misrepresent her, she has no way of replying. So the concern is that we should be accurate, we should be transparent in the way we report what has happened.
Okay, so our next question is that, can you please give a brief summary of all the proceedings today?
Well, a brief summary of what has happened today is that the nurse who treated Mohbad has given us an insight into how she was contacted, what she did, and what she did not do, and the circumstances that led eventually to the death of Mohbad. In my view, today is the most comprehensive, proceedings. We now know what happened, who invited the nurse. When the nurse was invited, what happened, what her response was. In the first day, she didn't come. She came the second day. Who she met when she came. And the question she asked Mohbad, what happened after Mohbad was injected, who did what, and who did what the wife did, and what the wife did not do. Everything became very clear today. It is now left for the coroner to decide who and who caused the death of Mohbad.
Then we still have
I
another.
cannot do that.
We still have another question, sir. There are reports that you have taken over the paternity matter of Mohbad's child. How does the family feel about it? Since Mohbad's partner has recently stated in an interview that she's ready for the DNA.
You see, the paternity issue has nothing to do with this corona proceedings. People should be clear about what this corona proceedings is meant to achieve. 3 things. 1, the cause of death, the manner of death. 3, the circumstances surrounding the death. The coroner is not looking at whether somebody is the father of this or somebody is not the father of this. It's a separate proceedings. I'm aware that an order was made for DNA to be carried out. And I'm also aware now that we are making attempts to see whether the DNA can be carried out even outside the country. We need to go back to the court to be able to amend the order that was given so that they can give us the opportunity of conducting the DNA even outside Nigeria.
So in short language, it means that you are representing the family on the DNA. Barrister S.A.N. Sheet.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm representing the family in all matters that relates to the justice for Mohbad.
Thank you. And lastly, sir, please, sir, just one more time. Can inquest be conducted every week now? Has it been proven, or what do we expect?
You can see that this coroner is determined to do justice. Otherwise, the order of the magistrate court will have prevented some people from coming here. So, everybody must come. Which means she's determined. The whole world is watching. Now, it's not the Mohbad issue is not a Nigerian affair alone. It's an international affair. So whoever is involved in this process, whether as counsel, for the states, for any of the parties, even including the coroner, everybody must be careful.
Thank you so much.
Date is the coroner now adjourned?
It's adjourned to 21st of March, Friday.
All right. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
So it's one of those things that leads to the fact that you put it to her that she's not competent and she's not supposed to be referred to as an auxiliary nurse.
A lot of things emerge today. A lot of things emerge. One is that she was supposed to find out the medical history of Mohbad. She didn't. Right? 2, she had to do diagnosis. She didn't do it. Because you can treat somebody, you must diagnose. But she didn't do all that. And 3, she's not qualified as a nurse. So, from what she says she make a lot of mistakes. You can look in the area of contributory negligence and all kind of things. But I'm not. Yes. And even those who are there, a lot of people have answers to questions to answer. Those who were present when all this is.
Then it means that we are still expecting more witnesses, even the Mohbad's wife. Are we still saying that we can still expect that?
No, in the light of this testimony, if we need to recall her back, we will recall her back. You understand me? But all of you can listen to this testimony. All of us understand English. Nobody can cover anything.
Welcome back. This is the exact that a lot of people have been waiting for. This is what people wanted to see. They wanted to hear. We've been waiting for this nurse for a long time, and a lot of people were upset. They really did not understand why it took this long. Why did it take this long to invite the nurse? Why is it that the nurse had too much time on her hands? Why is it that the nurse was not brought in earlier, so that the stories that we are hearing, stories that do not connect to each other, so that we will know where we are on it? But I am glad that it all happened the way it did, because let us be sincere. If the nurse had come out to speak, if the nurse had been called in earlier, Do you think Cynthia Omowunmi Adebanjo, do you think she will say all what she has said? All that she has said that has incriminated her, do you think she will? Definitely no. No, she will not come out to talk. She will say nothing. She will be quiet. In fact, she will be manipulative. She will not say nothing about anything to nobody. She will definitely find something to wrap up her lies. She will definitely find something to wrap up her life. She will look for something to invent. In fact, immediately she realized that the nurse was going to come, their plan was that the nurse should not even come at all. That was their plan. That the nurse should not come at all. That was their plan. That was their thought. Like, nurse, just absent yourself. Don't even come. Don't even. But the nurse realized that bench warrant will be issued. She has no option than to avail herself. Cynthia, her plan is to rope everybody. She's the only innocent person here. I was cooking jollof rice. I did not see. No, he begged me. Now, the account of the nurse, does it say something different? Are we hearing something different from what Cynthia Omowunmi Adebanjo said? Obviously, the account of the nurse is far. When I say far, different from what Cynthia said. Cynthia has always been looking for the fall person, someone that she can hook the demise of Mohbad on. And she is so resolute on this. And it is the same way she is resolute on it. That is the same way those that do not want injustice are also resolute. We are all in the same boat. It's just that the direction is different. Our own direction is the direction of truth, sincerity. Our own direction is the direction of light. While some people they are more interested in the darkness of evil and not in the light of truth, of good. She obviously wasn't thinking, and maybe if she did, it's just that she's just that kind of person. You know, indirectly, or let us even say directly, she's accusing the hospital that they took Mohbad to. How? Let me break it down. If the hospital issued a disclaimer, a clarification, stating that Mohbad was never a patient in their hospital. Mohbad, never a patient in their hospital. If Mohbad was never a patient, if they stated that Mohbad was not even admitted for 1 second in their hospital as a new patient, if they made it clear, unequivocally clear, with documents to back it up, that the person you guys brought in is not alive, and they explained the process that got them to conclusion that Mohbad was brought in unalive. They said they had checked the vital pulse. These pulse are indicators of someone or a person who is alive and not alive. They said they had checked the pulse of this gentleman, a total stranger that was brought to them. They said they checked, and when they checked, they saw that there is no existence of pulse. They looked into the eyes of the gentleman, the only victim here. They looked into his eyes. His eyes was dilated, which is a sign that something is wrong here. They looked and they checked. They did all that medicine or their experience availed them. At the end of the day, what happened? They did all. They did all. They say, oh, you said he fainted. Oh, he is in convulsion. Okay, let us see if we can read. Then they check. They say, this one that you say is in convulsion, this one don't buy now. And secondly, this one is in the second stage of RIP. How dare you bring such a person to us saying that this person fainted? This person did not faint. This one don't buy. This one don't buy. This one is not alive. No. Well, this world is full of wickedness, and I was not expecting anything better from them. I knew that this is what is going to happen. I knew it. I already saw it. I felt it. I knew that this is where they will be arriving at. They will definitely arrive here. They will arrive to that point where they will be caught. They will be caught. Yeah, look at them. Look at them. Just look at them. Look at them all over the place. Lies, innuendos, manipulation, intrigues. We've seen a lot of U-turn and so many things ever since we started this journey of justice for Mohbad. And I have said it times without number, and I'm sure you agree with me that the worst thing that can ever happen to you as a person is to allow anybody, anyone at all, unalive you. Allowing any soul, any human being to unalive you for whatever reason, do not allow yourself to be unalive. Do not allow anybody, any soul, man or woman, in whatever circumstance that you are, make sure that you are the winner. Win your life. Win your breath. Look at Mohbad. Look at the stories. It aches the heart. People are wondering, but why? Well, you can wonder from today till tomorrow. The point is, wickedness will always be with us. But there is one thing that we can do. We can always make sure that justice is served and punishment is meted effectively on wicked people. Wicked people, there is no way you want to remove them, erase them totally. You can't. They will always be there. It's like a virus that defies all application to eradicate it. That's how these wicked people are. But we have the duty, the job, to make sure that people like Cynthia, liars, and a system that is in total decay, like a system that we have where someone who is not qualified is now brought in to treat. It is so sad. Like we need to do better. We need to put an end, a total end to this trash, to this rubbish, to this wickedness, to this evil, to this dirtiness in our society. I don't know what your thoughts are as regards this one. I don't know what your thoughts are, but what I do know is that justice is important, and there is no two ways about it. And justice will be gotten with or without these wicked people that we have all over, trying to manipulate, trying to deceive members of the public. It will be gotten effectively. It will be gotten. And I believe strongly that if you are for truth, you will definitely want to reconsider where you stand on justice. It is so sad, so sad. I just cannot process this. I can't process it. What a wicked world. What a wicked world. But we will not sit back and cry over the wickedness of this world. We will not. Rather, we will take action. Gone are those days that people will sit and say, this world, no time for that anymore. There is no time for that anymore. There is no time. We are in a moment, or in the moment of justice. No, everyone needs equal right. Mohbad has a right to stay alive. He has a right. He has the right to be alive. Nobody should unalive someone and then sit down, weep emotion, and then target people with it and try to gain from where they did not sow. And even if you have sown somewhere, must you unalive that person? Greed, 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 greed. That is all that it is.